Oh, dude, sorry. There are just 7 days until the start of Hot Rod Drag Week, and we are not ready, but we are getting closer. Today, we're gonna work on the Drag Week trailer again. If you guys remember a little while back, Craig Hewitt from B&P Manufacturing came out to visit us, and together we upgraded the storage on the tongue of the trailer. We announced that we were gonna give this trailer away to somebody at Sick the Mag's Sick Week 2026 event, and the real reason he came was to put brakes on the axle of our trailer. We did that only to discover that our wheels and tires were sitting at an odd angle and wearing the inside tread of the tire out, because that axle originally got modified for this trailer because we couldn't get a custom one built in time. And because it got modified, we were wearing out tires. So now Craig and his company has ordered many axles so they can build more of these trailers that are all the right length, the right load carrying capability for all the cargo we're going to haul in here. So we're going to swap this axle out right now, and then we're going to road test Blasphemi with the trailer, because that has, I wouldn't say it's been a problem, but it's shown us things we need to improve in our racing program, namely our slipper clutch. We were towing this around at Sick Week with about, I think, 5 turns of base pressure in our slipper clutch, which was okay, but not ideal. You couldn't really use 5th or 6th gear on the highway. If you hit a hill, you better put it in 4th. And because we were slipping the clutch while towing the trailer every day after that, when you go to race, you'd have to readjust the clutch. So today we're gonna put 7 turns of base pressure in this thing, load the trailer up and go down the road with it and see what is that like. I feel like that's going to fix all of our issues. But today, I guess we're starting with an axle.
Yeah, and the reason we wanted to redo this axle is we couldn't get the size that we needed in the 9 days we had to build it.
I left that part out. They built the trailer in 9 days.
So what we did is we narrowed it, and the trailer axles always have a little camber in them to offset for the load capacity. We didn't put enough camber back in it.
Okay.
For the maximum load. These are 2,200 pound axles, and when you scaled the trailer, you had like 2,100 pounds worth of stuff in it.
All of it.
And so we just wanted to make sure that we got the right axle. We let the professionals build the axles this time. Okay. And we're going to get that underneath it, so the next owner of this trailer won't have any axle problems down the road.
Yeah, that's the other thing is let's talk about that. If you're entered in Sick the Mag's Sick Week 2026, you will have a shot at taking this trailer home, because what we're doing is giving everyone a chance to win this. And the way it's going to work is when you go up there every day to make your pass, doesn't matter how many you make, when you turn in your time slip, we're going to average your reaction time from all 5 days of the event. Lowest average reaction time wins this 25,000 all aluminum B&P Manufacturing badass drag and drive trailer. That's right. My trailer will be your trailer, and then we'll build me another trailer, because I have some ideas about that.
And I do too.
I know you do. I know. Like, this thing is outstanding, but once we used it, we were like, oh, what if we did this? What if we did that? And rather than modify this, we're just going to give it to somebody. All right. Let's go to work.
All right.
I guess we got to jack it up. Jack it up. It's basically 4 bolts.
It is.
4 bolts, some wires, and then we got to put a brake controller in the car, and we're on the road. Easy peasy. I'll get a floor jack.
So did we show the people that tire last time? I don't remember if we did.
I don't think we got a good picture of it.
If you look, this is like brand new here. This is gone. That's wild. You can totally see it just goes whoop.
Yep, they'll be better now.
Yes.
So the nice thing about these is we can slip a wrench right in between the floor, so we don't even have to put a socket on it if we don't. I don't think you can put a socket on those. Yeah? I think it's just big enough to drop the bolt down through. How we put them on, we just stuck a wrench in between the.
Oh, okay. The floor. Finally remembered to buy some for our no windshield wiper having car. This is the key, because the weather for drag week looks outstanding. Like, the high for day 1 is 76, the low is 60.
Ooh, I better pack pants and sweatshirt.
You're gonna need a hoodie, brother.
I might have 1 or 2 hoodies.
Gonna need a hoodie.
Now I know you made everything real easy, like you got plugs at 8 wheel
Yeah, we're just gonna disconnect the harness,
and then just plug it into the new one.
and the other axle is already wired for it, so we just have to put the tongue connector on the new axle.
Oh.
So we'll pull all this out together. If we put a framing square, on and out here, you'd see that these have a little, they're like this. So when you put the load on it,
Yeah.
then they'll straighten back out this way.
Yeah, that definitely is different. Well, on this one, this has got to add something to it also. Yeah, you could see you guys did a good job of putting the bow back in it, but this has more. It's going to be so nice having brakes.
Oh yeah.
It'll make a huge difference, let me tell you. Just the slightest little bit of brake is amazing.
So my thought for the next trailer is get rid of the upper floor in the back part, and then everything, the back of the trailer goes all the way down to here.
Oh,
And then we get rid of the back doors. So it's all accessible all the way to the bottom from the top.
That's cool. I like it. We'll start working on our brake controller.
Yeah. All right.
Cool.
You're gonna get burned, dude.
Look out, puppy. All right, coming in? Come on.
So I always found it was easier to mount this than use this big plastic thing.
What's the big plastic thing?
It's a mounting case for it.
Oh, it's like a pull-out car stereo from the 80s. Because you don't want anyone jacking your brake controller, bro. Like,
Right.
just take it out, put it in your pocket.
Yeah, you stealing my brake controller.
See what I got? See what I got? I'll admit, like, my first pull-out car stereo, when I got it, I carried it around.
Did you walk out? You walk into the bar and throw that thing up on the bar and go,
No, I wasn't.
"See my
I
stereo?"
wasn't even allowed in the bar back then. I was 17. I was 17 when I got it, and I would bring it into school with me. I'd be like, look what I got. I got a pager. I didn't have a pager. I was too broke because I bought a car stereo. But I had a pull-out car stereo. It was awesome. But I'm not carrying this around, so I'm going to go with Joe's suggestion and not use this.
I think it would be easier to mount this down there.
I don't really want to see this thing.
We can,
Just put it right here. Oh, it has to be level, doesn't it?
yeah, fairly. It can have a tilt to it, kind of like the rugged radio. It can sit at that kind of level.
We could probably drill and tap this. Just put it right there.
As a driver, you can reach down, and if you need to, you don't have enough brake on it, you can grab the brake here.
So then I
So-
kind of want it right
The
here.
other thing is maybe inside the dash, the glove box.
We got to put the glove box back in.
You can mount it where the radio was.
No, I have a radio for this car. I just never installed it.
Is it a pull-out?
One day I wish. It was a two-shaft. So at some point, my buddy Cotton, like when he painted the car, he filled all this in. And I was like, no, I have a radio. I want to put the radio back in. So when we redid the car, we cut all this back out so I could put the radio back in it, and I just never put the radio back in because the car was too slow and I didn't want the weight. I have a feeling now.
Because the radio is going to make it go that much faster.
Every little bit counts, bro. Because I'm not dieting, but this car can diet. So now I think we might be quick enough where we can put the radio back in.
Well, I think, dude, there's a half a tenth just putting the radio back in.
I mean, when we get to the track for drag week, this is gonna have to come out. Like, this can't stay. That's weight. All right. So we can just drill and tap the tube and put it right there.
Okay. Yeah, which will make it easy. We can go right down the tunnel with the wires.
Yep. With our quick release carpet, no problem. What do you think? Ready? High five. All right.
It's Bo approved.
Yeah, Bo likes it. Bo's on. All right, Bo, you just hang out. I just slide this, it should apply the brakes, right? Okay, let's see. I think it's trying to slow us down. So that was all the way to the left. I felt a slight drag. Is there a way to increase it, or is that max? Move the lever over, it should do more. I don't feel it.
Oh yeah.
There we go. All right, that's doing something. Cool. I feel safer already. Yeah, so I think if we're racing at like 5 turns of base, we put the stiffer springs in, that'll go down to 2 turns of base. And then when we're trailering, crank it all the way up to 7, and it should stop slipping when we take off. I put it in 5th, and then I'm gonna roll into the throttle when we get to the hill and see if it slips again. Because that's the other issue we've had is, so now when we get to this hill, I'll give it some gas and see if it slips. That's not bad. Oh, there we go. Yeah. So yeah, we can't tow a trailer with these. These are the lightest springs we have, and these are not going to work. But at least we know that now, and not finding that out during drag week. So like right now, we're up a hill, we're in 4th. If I just keep my foot steady on it, it'll be fine. But if I try to speed up, it's going to slip. And this is with the trailer not full. We don't have all our stuff in there. If I'm being honest, at my core, at the center of my being, I'm a truck guy. Yeah, I like muscle cars, I like hot rods, but I can't seem to get away from good old-fashioned American pickups. Stuff with a V8 and a bed in the back for doing work. And I know you guys love them too, especially a classic Chevrolet C10 like this Cheyenne model. So I'm giving you one. You, or you, or you, or you. Someone is gonna win my truck. Not you, Joe, sorry, can't be you. No employees or friends of mine can win this deal. But if you go to fsmgarage.com right now, you'll see details on how you can enter to win my truck without even spending anything. You can just enter a postcard. It'll show you how. But if you buy a sticker pack or a shirt or a hat or hoodies, that'll get you even more entries into the contest that'll see this 85,000 original mile 1976 Chevrolet C10 short bed in your driveway. Let me show you about this truck, right? I bought it from a lawyer, so you know it's good. And in the 20 years he owned this, from 1991 till now, he only put 20,000 miles on it. That's right, friends. Look inside there. Now, if you have studious eyes or you're a square body Chevy fanatic, you'll note that is not the factory body color on the outside of the truck, but it is on the inside. That's because this thing's been repainted. And I don't mean like, hey buddy, she was a rusty hunk of crap, I needed a bunch of body work. No, it got a respray over factory sheet metal. Those are the original rockers, original bed sides, original fenders, all factory GM metal. Solid. Look at that. Look at that close. Watch this tailgate. Look down this side. She is not warped. She is not bent. She opens up just like that and shuts just like that. Because this thing hasn't been in an accident. It's outstanding. And it's going to get better because right now this thing is stock. We're about to hop her up. We're going to do a full QA1 coilover conversion front and back, 20-inch wheels and tires. This thing's going to look bananas. It's going to stop better, corner better, handle better. We're going to give it a better exhaust system so it's going to sound even better. We are not, however, changing that old school Alpine tape deck because it works. So I'm going to give you, and your new vehicle, a selection of my favorite cassette tapes to go in this for your road trip home, because there's no way whoever wins this isn't going to want to mob this thing all the way home, even if they live in California or New York. Perfect road trip vehicle. You know why? Factory GM air conditioning, the coldest thing ever. I mean, it will freeze your nuts off and make your nipples hard. It's outstanding. It's 90 degrees in Georgia. I had to turn it down on my way here because it was just too cold. It's perfect. Let's look under the hood. This truck has a small block Chevy 350 V8, which you know is good, and a 3-speed turbo 350 transmission. And it is 100% stock other than an Edelbrock carburetor. It fires right up, it makes no noises, it does all the right things. It's outstanding. God, I love it. I don't want to give this truck away. I love this. I love the front end with the round headlights. That's my favorite. So here's how you can do this. Between now, which is somewhere around September 29th, and October 5th, go to fsmgarage.com and find out all the details on how you can enter to win this. If you don't get the truck, a bunch of you are going to win prize packs that have an FSM shirt, a hat, and sticker pack. Even more of you are going to win signed FSM hats. So lots of people are going to come up on this deal, and somebody is going to win my square body. Good luck.
Oh, this is the ultimate lazy man's chair, dude. It is insane.
Yep. And then you can take and put both hands
Okay.
and hit the down buttons at the same. Don't
Get your feet out of there.
And then and we'll take it all the way to the. Keep
Go up.
Oh, dude.
Now take it up.
Undo some lug nuts. How about? Watch this. Oh, I feel like that little old lady in Gremlins. She went up the stairs.
I immediately got in and went, oh, mini truck days. I was, you're hopping, doing some hop.
So you got some,
Yeah, that tray is pretty rad, isn't it?
Tools.
Can you get those lug nuts for me?
I kind of just want to go up and down. I don't even want to work on anything. I just want to. What happens if you do one side and not the other?
you got to do both of them as a safety.
Oh, safety.
Safety first. That's what I was doing.
And it runs off just a.
It has a Milwaukee battery.
And that's just,
our job is to convert that from steel to aluminum, so it's a lighter weight version for the people that use them.
what does it weigh?
And then put a footrest on it.
It weighs about 85 pounds.
Oh my lord, that is heavy.
Our goal, so when we changed this pan right here from steel to aluminum, we shaved off 8 pounds. And then we're going to try to shave off another 15 pounds for them. And then we'll run those parts through our manufacturing process.
So question though, does all of that need to be steel? Can it not be aluminum?
Well, that's what we're going to do. We figure the scissor joints, like these scissor pieces here, we're going to keep those steel.
Okay.
Just for the structural integrity of it. But the next thing we're converting over is this piece here that has the casters, and the whole lower piece, we're converting that to aluminum.
Okay.
It says no step, but all I want to do is like push it across the shop like I do.
You push it, I'll go up and down.
Those are just guidelines. Those
Do.
This thing is so cool. So this was steel at one point. You guys redid all this. That is cool.
I love that tray.
I love the trailer brakes.
Yeah,
Those are helping.
I think they're going to help.
Those are
and
definitely
also,
helping.
I think we got some good ideas. Move that axle forward a little bit. Give you some lower storage in the back. Joe, one of the things we were talking about, we move that axle forward 6 inches. We can actually lay both slicks down in the back.
Oh.
Underneath, like where the toolbox
Okay.
would be.
Yep.
Yeah, that would be cool.
Yeah, get a lot more space.
And the next trailer, we'll move the toolbox on that side over to this side.
Yep.
And then that whole back area, if you lose the center compartment for, you know, the canopy, the whole back area becomes wide open, which is pretty awesome. And I think this, maybe the next time we'll hinge it from the side so it just flips over. You don't have to take it off and, you know, leave it on the ground.
Well, and if we flip it, the nice thing about it is we can flip it and we can put a stop right here. So it'll just stand up on its own. And so, like, so we'll put a little stop there. And if we can pull it off, if we can polish one, I think that'd be cool.
That would be super cool. Fully polished and then matte black wrap with the polish accents coming through the wrap. I think it would look rad.
Thank you.
Well, thank you.
Dude, I love it. Once again, I'm in love again. But tomorrow we have to take the transmission out of the car and put better springs in it because towing the trailer is definitely wearing our clutch out. So we'll do that tomorrow, and then Wednesday go test the car.
my God. You're gonna have to come down here and see this. Right, you take a look. Right there on the top of the hat. See what I see?
On the top of the hat?
Right here, right by your hand, dude.
Oh, that's funny. Okay, from now on, don't do, oh my God, because I'm like, great, what's the matter? From now on, just start laughing. Don't take me on that roller coaster.
Sorry.
We can't even show you what he's laughing at. It's phallic, though. So right now what we're doing is making modifications to our clutch based on our road test yesterday with the trailer behind the car. And the trailer wasn't even fully loaded down. There were no tools in it. There was no fuel in it. The clutch was slipping when we took off from a stoplight. Same thing it did at drag week last year and at sick week is during the drive we were slipping our slipper clutch way too much. So then when we get to the end of the drive at the next track, our clutch adjustment is not right when we go down the drag strip. So what we're doing now is we're going to take our lightweight springs out of here and replace them with a stiffer spring so that we can crank up our base pressure for the road trip. The hiccup with doing that is now our clutch tune for the drag strip is going to be different. So we need to go back to the drag strip with the stiffer springs, turn down our base pressure because now we've basically tripled it, and go test again before drag week. And we're doing all of this in the name of being able to tow that awesome aluminum trailer with all the parts we need to finish drag week without slipping our slipper clutch when we don't want it to slip on the road, but then readjusting it when we get to the track so we can slip our slipper clutch so we can go down the drag strip. Everybody got that?
Say that 3 times fast.
I want to slip my slipper clutch at the drag strip. I don't want to slip my slipper clutch on the street or something. So these are shims that go on top of the stands to make the hat level so that in theory it'll apply equal pressure to the clutch disc. And we sent this back to Ram Clutches. They went through it and reset all the stand heights using these little shims. They're just tiny. Like these are, I don't know, 20 or 30 thousandths thick. That might be 10. And so we're trying to not lose them so that they can go back in where they belong. Okay, so now we take every one of these out. And I want to check this before we change it. These are our old springs. So let's see how much less pressure we were applying. Inch 950, 90, 80, 70. So we're going from 70 pounds per square inch to, what was the other one, 120?
Yeah, 110.
So we're nearly doubling it. That's awesome. Okay. Okay. Now we put our hat on. This might be the most prepared we've ever been.
There's no wood in this car. I said that yesterday.
Knock on your head.
Look, our dash doesn't look like a Christmas tree with a bunch of warning lights going off.
Yep. It's weird, the right bank is one fuel ratio richer than the left bank again. I don't know why that is.
Yeah, that's weird.
I want to go up that hill in 5th gear and see what it does.
Okay.
I know it's going to be better, I'm just curious. Then we'll go home, put it in race mode, and go track test it.
I mean, we pretty much doubled our base pressure, right?
Yeah,
Should be significantly better.
it feels better. slowing down.
I don't know why. Coming up.
Yep. That was totally worth pulling the transmission out for. Stiffer springs on our clutch increased our base pressure, which gave us more holding power at low engine speeds, like when taking off from a stop sign going up a hill. We're not slipping anymore. It's outstanding. Now the question is, we have all that extra base pressure. Can we go to the drag strip tonight and take enough base turns out of it to make the clutch slip again and get this thing to leave the starting line? I think we can, and I think we're almost ready for drag week. And we still have, let's say Tuesday. We still have 5 days. Like, we're, knock on everything, we're in pretty good shape.
Well, one day is kind of wasted though with someone's birthday, so.
That's not a waste, it's my kid's birthday.
I'm not saying it's a waste.
You shut your whore mouth.
There's not gonna be a whole bunch of prep going on there in that day.
Well, no, I'll be doing things, but you can be doing things. Like building the rest of that blue C10 that we gotta give away for somebody. That's not even close to being ready. All right, next stop, Brainerd Motorsports Park in Ringgold, Georgia. Yeah. All right, we're back at Brainerd. I don't know how many times I've been here recently this summer trying to make this car work, but tonight is the night. Earlier today, we changed our springs inside of our clutch. That totally solved our trailering problems. No more slipping. But now the question is, can we make it slip here at the drag strip with all that spring pressure? I think we can. We have turned it down from 4.5 turns, which is what we normally run at the drag strip, down to 2. 7 is trailering mode now, we know that, but we're all the way down to 2. Hopefully that is enough to make this clutch slip and make this car go, I don't know, 135, 60 foot, I'll take that. If we can do a 135, 60 foot, I will load this thing up and go straight to drag week and not touch it, because that'll get it done. Let's make a good lick this time. We've done nothing but work on you for 2 weeks. You owe us a good pass. See much of a groove. Well, it hooked and it left, and then I took out their timing cones. Whoopsie. Sorry, Brainerd. I did that the last time we were here too.
Knock that over. 565, I don't know what the 60 foot was, but car went good. Drove to the right and did all right. Did we get the cone down there?
Yeah.
That's twice now.
I don't think he was prepared for it to hook like that.
No, I don't. Like, that's the first time we've had it take off and hook like that. So We're on a great start right now. All right, so our first hit, it went at 565. Pretty sure he was getting out of it. He kind of crossed the center line and got the last cone down there. Don't know what our 60 foot was, but I'm guessing it was pretty good. The car left really hard. It looked great. It kind of drove to the right a little bit. I don't know if it's the car doing that, if it's Mike doing that. We'll have to see. I'm sure Mike will have the time slip to give us our 60 foot to see where we're at, but probably high 130s, mid to high 130s. It left really good. So let's see what Mike has to say about it. And that's our first hit with putting the new springs. Those are the same base pressure springs we ran at Sick Week. But our problem with Sick Week was our clutch switch was off and wasn't releasing, or it was shutting off the two-step before we were engaging the clutch. So let's see what Mike says. Well, it left good.
Oh my God, dude.
It left great.
It was a 132.
Was it really?
Yeah, yeah.
Dude,
Yeah, I don't think we need to do anything else.
put it in the box.
Yeah, it was like, yep, I'm gone. Did it wheelie?
It did a little bit, yeah.
It felt like it because I was like, ooh. And I'm pretty sure I did what I do a lot of times is when it wheelies, I do that a little bit.
Yeah,
And,
you would have crossed center line again and got the cone.
Yeah, I got the cone.
That's 2 for 2, buddy.
I feel bad about that. They're not going to want me back here.
I looked at the starter and I go, did he get the cone again? He goes, he sure did.
Oh,
I go,
dude.
sorry about that. He goes, it's okay. That was a badass pass.
Oh, dude, it was in the marbles. Like, it felt like it. I was out of sorts because I went to the burnout and the line lock button wasn't where it normally is because the shift knob had turned.
Oh.
So I was like, all right, I can do that, you know? And then when it left, I'm like, it's up here. It doesn't seem to be wanting coming down. I'm not going to lift. And then it came down and it darted because I had the wheel turned.
Oh.
And then I spent and then I was like, when do I shift? Damn, I don't know. We'll just shift now, you know? And I think I got it into third. Yeah, we went 1, 2, 3.
Yeah.
But by third, I was in the marbles in the middle between both lanes.
That went at 65, and I know you let off before the end.
Oh yeah, because I was literally it went into the middle and it was like, "Roar!" I was like, oh, we're done. And I lifted when I ran over the cone. Like, all right, we're back.
Yes.
Wow. I'm just comparing an old time slip from back in May before we broke the motor to what we just did now. Check this out. 132 60 foot, which is good for us. We ran a 131 back in May. We just went a 365 compared to a 370. We went a 565 at only 112 miles an hour because I was off the gas. That was a 569 at 122 on the gas. So our numbers tell me we are in really good shape. If I open up the data log, you can see what kind of a mess I was behind the wheel. But let's not focus on me and what I'm doing.
That'll come back. It's been a couple months since we've been driving
there's
this thing.
Plenty of time to learn about me and what I'm doing. Let's talk about the car. So this is it sitting on the two-step. This is our engine RPM. This is our input shaft speed of our transmission, which gives us a good idea of when our clutch locks up. And basically when our clutch locks up is when you see RPM fall and this line come near this line. Basically, it didn't lock up until almost the top of first gear and still went a 132 60 foot. Then it slipped through most of second gear and slipped a good way through third gear, which means if we add more counterweight to this thing, it's going to go even quicker. And we're already in great shape in my opinion. So we're just going to put it in the box, go home and tighten all the nuts and bolts and check the fluids, and I think we're ready to go quarter-mile race in a drag week, which I can't even believe that we still got 5 days, people. This is so weird. So we're gonna go home and work on that blue truck that we told you we'd lower, and yeah, I think we can wrap up the back of it here shortly. So we're gonna load up the car, get an ice cream, go home. Tomorrow we'll work on the blue truck. And maybe you'll see that this time.
We deserve an ice cream.
We deserve an ice cream. Maybe you'll see the blue truck this time. Maybe you'll see it next time at Finnegan's Garage. I don't know. We'll just see how it goes. We'll just go with our feelings. It's one of those kind of days. Whatever we are feeling, that's what's going to happen.
Okay, you said ice cream. Let's go.
Okay, I did.
You're buying because I left my wallet at home.
I hope they take credit cards. I hope they don't mind if it's on fire, because mine's on fire. It's all Blasphemy's fault.
That right now just made it worth it, though.
Totally worth it. That's what she does to you. is she beats up your wallet, and then she gives you a good pass like that, and you go, "Aw, I forgive you. It's cool."
It's like a gold digger girlfriend.
Yeah. This must be what drove Conway crazy. Like, real crazy. Jesus. 4 days till drag week, and we're in pretty good shape, actually. Blasphemi is already loaded in the box. It's going to come out one more time because we're going to nut and bolt the whole car before we even leave. We had a great track session. We're now back in the garage. Joe's working on the C10, buttoning up the passenger side, basically doing the exact same stuff we did on the driver's side, knocking out a bunch of rivets, drilling a bunch of holes. As soon as he's done with that, we'll move on to removing the diff cover from our 12-bolt rear end and then installing our QA1 diff cover, which gives our center link mount, or torque arm mount, which is awesome. And then coilovers, and then back half of the truck's pretty much done. I would be helping him, except my friend David brought his dad's car here, because that's what you do when you're 4 days from drag week and the engine's running on 6 cylinders instead of 8. You bring it here, not for me to fix the motor, but for me to move this bar, which used to be 4 inches further forward, back here, so that Pops can be more comfortable when he drives. So that's what we did. We're ignoring the fact that the car isn't even gonna go down the drag strip, and we've moved this bar from here to here. I gotta add one more gusset from here to here and then redo the window net mount, and then this thing's ready to go down Hot Rod Drag Week with all 6 of the 8 cylinders of Fury. I hope they get it running right. At least he'll be comfortable, which is way down on my list of priorities, comfort. And Ryan Joe will tell you that, you know, when we're all suffering inside of Blasphemi, going deaf, riding into the back seat, you know. Yeah. But at least we'll look cool.
Ryan swears he's probably not changing his underwear or showering, so it should be a good time.
It's a huge trailer we're hauling. There'll be plenty of room for him inside of it. And although it's weather tight for the most part, I think if we just prop one of the doors up just a little bit, maybe I don't go to jail for hauling him and transporting human cargo. Maybe. Because if he doesn't shower, he's not riding with us. Maybe Tony will take him. We'll trade Rye for Barb.
Okay.
I feel like that's a pretty even swap. Barb is not as tall, but I feel like he's resourceful and he's wiry. Yeah. If you hold this gusset for me, I'll tack it in place, and then I can help you with what you're doing.
With this, right now, I was just getting ready to pull that off, pull the cover off the rear diff, drain all the fluids out of it, and then install these QA1 parts over here.
I like that you figure there's fluid in it. That's awesome.
Yeah, I hope there is. This is our new diff cover,
Yeah.
which our torque arm mounts to. There's our torque arm, our new cross member that goes up under the cab, right at the rear of the cab. So I'm getting ready to install these.
And then it's
And-
coilovers, panhard bar, and
Done.
done. Back half's done. Bed could go on. I could get my center of my garage back. And then when we come back from drag week, hopefully as victors or finishers at the very least, then we'll finish the front of this, which is, it's a lot. We're replacing the entire front cross member, which means we don't have to take the motor out, but we got to unbolt it and maybe just hold the hoist in there while we replace that front cross member. But replacing the front cross member gives us all kinds of advantages. First off, it's going to save weight. Second off, it's not going to hang down as low. These factory trucks, we're jumping ahead here, but I'm going to show you. When you lower them a lot, the lower control arms are held on with U-bolts. And speaking from experience, you can drag through them. And we're not going to be that low, but still. You can drag right through those, and then your control arm falls off in the parking lot of Albertsons, and your roommates have to come get you because you're stuck.
Are those the same roommates that you were living with when you won the lottery?
I don't know, but I see flip-flops and overalls, which means David's back.
Oh.
Oh, it's not overalls.
No, they're in the wash.
Damn. I was all excited for the overalls.
I'm going to get cranking away on this. And Mike's going to weld. First, I'm going to go hold a piece for him.
Yes, hold my piece. If you're ever wondering how the heck welders or fabricators can weld roll cages that are tucked way up in there real high while still lighting the headlight on fire, this is the key. A little finger operated button right here. My foot pedal is outside of the car, and for years I would put it between my knees and squeeze it together, or put it in the car on some wood and operate with my foot. But there's just certain positions where it's just easier to use a button. So I was in there welding with my thumb, and this doesn't just turn it on and off. it adjusts the amperage. The harder you push, the more amps it gives. So this is really, really helpful when, like I said, burning the crap out of somebody's headliner, which I've done in here. Like, I didn't weld the headliner, but the tube was so hot, and apparently whatever stuff this is made out of is quite flammable, that there's a good sized hole in here, and I hope not to be around when Pop picks his car up from young David, because I hear he likes the headliner. Sorry. Okay, let me get out of here.
Got a rear diff cover on, which our torque arm mounts to. You can see the brackets here and down there. Our cross member for our torque arm goes right here against the cab mount bolts. So I've got to remove this hanger, possibly this one, and then our cross member sits right in here. It'll comes up from the bottom, and it will go goes right up against the cab, but it'll be down here and all the way up against these body mount bolts. So let's get to taking stuff out. I think we're going to wind up either trying to turn this muffler or maybe replace both of these with a bullet muffler, because our torque arm, as you can see, our torque arm will line up here. It's going to go right through the middle of our muffler. So let me get cranking away on that. And I don't know if you guys want to see the boringness of me stripping stuff down or not. So here we go. Cross member for our torque arm is installed. Wasn't bad. Had to wiggle it in there, undo some exhaust stuff, but went in very easy. No rivets to have to take out, which was a blessing. I'm going to assemble our torque arm now, and probably wind up cutting the driver's side exhaust out, because this lays pretty much right where the muffler is. So, and then we'll have to figure something out later. But I'm going to assemble this, try and get it installed, and then we have shocks and a panhard bar, and we're done on the rear. Can't wait.
Wow.
No more rivets.
Dude, that was a lot of work you did there. And now looking at it installed, it begs a question that I've had for a long time is, what would you consider this rear suspension? Is it a 3-link because there's 3 forward links? You have that bar, the torque arm, and that bar? Or is it a 4-link because you have 3 forward links and a panhard bar? My guess is it's not a 4-link, because a 4-link, normally it's a top and a bottom bar on the axle tube going forward. So we're going to call it a 3-link with a torque arm. The important part is no more leaf springs. So hopefully no more wheel hop. You know, whoever gets this truck, if they want to hop on up, put some serious power in here, this truck should not wheel hop. The other reason, not just because the leaf springs are gone, is because we are now going to be installing double adjustable QA1 coilovers, made in America, assembled, dynoed, right here in the good old US of A, serial numbered. So when you get these and you call them and you're like, hey, I'm going drag racing this weekend and I've lost my instruction manual and I don't have the internet, so I can't look at the QA1 website, tell me what settings should I put in here. They can tell you, because there's 18 clicks of adjustability of compression and rebound, and somewhere in there is a setting for autocross, for cruising on the highway, or drag racing, whatever you want to do. So right now we're going to slap some anti-seize on here, install our donuts and our bearings and our coils. Bolts are on in place. And then the back end is basically done. It needs an alignment, the wheelbase set, because now this is all fully adjustable. The bed needs to go back on. We need to put our drum brakes back together. At some point, we need to figure out wheels and tires for this thing, because we're going to start out with the knobbies, but I don't think they're going to fit, depending on how much we lower this thing. But after this, we're going to have another episode of Finnegan's Garage where you can watch us completely revamp the front of the C10, getting rid of our separate shock and coil spring setup, and the factory cross member for a whole new setup from QA1 that is lighter and better handling. All right, let's do this.
I did peek at the front.
You did?
Yeah, the cross member's bolted in, thank God.
Oh, yeah. No. I wouldn't. No more rivets from here on out, I promise.
You promise?
I wouldn't do that to you. I
Thank
would not do
God.
that to you. I won't even make you turn into the Tin Man. I'll do it. Check it out.
I've had plenty of that on me today when I was doing the torque arm stuff, the panhard bar stuff.
And listen here, people. This is what, normally I'm a very little anti-sleaze kind of guy, especially on spark plugs. Don't put a lot on there. You don't need to. But on an aluminum body of a coilover, you really can't put too much, because there's a lot of pressure on these things. And so, yeah, I mean, technically you could put too much, but this is not a little dab will do you situation. Go ahead and put a big dab. Put a big stripe. Because the more you put on there, the easier it's going to be later to adjust this thing.
Even though those are nice, big, thick threads, they will gall.
Oh, yeah. You don't use this stuff, it's going to gall, especially when you have the weight of the vehicle on it.
Did you anti-seize that washer?
Yes.
That's barely anything.
Yeah, but it's not going to come off. It's going to end up on my wife's nose, on my dog's ears, other unmentionable places. It's just going to... On me, not the dog. Don't make it weird. Anti-sleaze.
Hey, I have a question. Is that shim supposed to go under the spring? I asked just because it seems a little sloppy.
It's, yeah, it's on the wrong one. Oopsie. Don't worry, it's not a lot of threads. It's easy to take apart.
That's nice and lube now, too.
Yeah. We'll be right back. I was not watching.
Here's your shock instructions. It doesn't say there.
Yeah, the spring goes on top. Goes on.
Okay.
Whoops. You passed the test, Joe. You can stay.
Well, the only thing that caught my eye is that it's flopping around. I've never seen that flop around so much before. I'm like, wait a minute, maybe that's supposed to go.
Oh, dude, sorry. Oh my God.
FYI, that was a nut shot right now. Thanks, Finnegan.
Sorry.
Appreciate that. I really do.
It's really slippy with the anti-sleaze.
I'm going home now.
Don't blame me. Get you an ice pack. Oh my God. Well, at least it was the.
Whew.
At least it wasn't the coil spring, you know.
Yeah.
Ugh. Why do they call these safety mount chairs?
I don't know. But
I feel like that was a name for something else, and then it just became the name for everything from that company.
I don't know. It's got like 3 or 4 different companies. But I like these chairs.
3 hours later.
But Mike still thinks they go way too fast.
That's because they do.
But
Watch-
she doesn't put the
watch
brake
this.
on. There's a brake on it.
I shouldn't have to. Look at this. And I don't know where I'm going. Like, look at that, dude. So I'll record all over again like I'm an expert. This is how you do this. First, you put the lower collar on, but not before you put a bunch of anti-sleaze on there. The anti-sleaze goes on there so that when you screw it up and you assemble it wrong and you have to take it all back apart, you can make sure you look like the Tin Man afterwards. Yeah. You guys even know who the Tin Man is? I'll be honest, I've never seen the movie and I know who he is. You better get some rubber gloves when you go to install this shock board.
So I think I've said this before, but it's just kind of something I've always done is any bolts I install on a chassis, I always put them going this way. In case they come apart, you may lose a nut. This is not going to slide out the back of the car going forward. Only when you hit the brakes really hard.
Is that a pro tip?
That's a pro tip.
It's a pro tip.
I don't know who you're considering a pro, but use it.
Well, you're being paid by me to do this, so that makes you a professional.
Okay. That's this.
Which makes it a pro tip.
You know, it's refreshing when you go through all of the hardware and there's none left over, right? And you've gotten everything. What's frustrating is when you have as many bolts and nuts and washers as we do for all these frame parts, right? And you have like 6 nuts and bolts left over, you're like, what'd I forget?
Yeah.
What did I forget? Thankfully, I didn't forget anything, but at least that I know of right now. I believe where we're at right now is the lowest ride height.
Yeah.
So
That's
we
no
can
good
come
for
up.
us. Yeah.
I don't know. What is our lowest ride height on this?
Way too low. We have knobby tires right now. So. Yeah.
We put knobby tires on and let it on the ground and just see if the tires just go whoop. Just gonna beat the other side on real quick.